What's going on, everyone? Migz here. Welcome back to a Pokemon edition of the DeckSmiths. Now, before the deck profile begins, why is there a random pretty draw energy laid out on the mat? Well, to begin, on behalf of the DeckSmiths, we just want to give a quick shout out to Maximilian Trevant of TCG Game Guys down in Orlando, Florida, for sending each one of us a copy of this beautiful looking draw energy. It does really mean a lot to us. This does show their appreciation towards us. I know I said that part wrong. I do apologize. How much they appreciate us taking the time to make these contents on YouTube for you guys. And we pretty much don't use a paywall whatsoever for this, so we just do this because it's something that we like to do. Maybe down the line it'll become more than just a hobby, but like not through a paywall. Hopefully down the line things will look good for us. So on behalf of the DeckSmiths, thank you so much for sending us this. It does mean a lot to us. So with that out the way, on with the deck profile. So as you guys read in the title, I know you guys dislike it, but this is going to be focusing on the trio bird with the trio dogs. Why did I decide to build a deck? Well, besides the fact that it's pretty a popular variation of Arceus tag, I had everything in my disposal, so I figured, what, I'll build up on it, So it has been very successful, and I did enjoy it. And one thing about the deck is I like the birds. So we're gonna get right onto the deck profile. Now, to start, of course, we have our 3 trio birds, Moltres Zapdos and Articuno. They have a Trinity burn for 210, 1 fire, water, lightning, and 1 of anything. They're Sky Legend for 1 colorless plus. You shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it to the deck, and if it had a fire, water, and lightning energy attached to it when you use the attack, you can hit 3 of your opponent's Pokemon for 100. So freaking good. The GX on this Pokemon is what you always want to use. 3 dogs. The Ultimate Ray, water, metal, and 1 of anything for 150. You search your deck for up to 3 basic energies, put them onto your Pokemon any way you like. This is pretty much one of the cards that helps you set up for your birds. One thing to note with the Arceus tag, you are never going to use Alter Creation. Yes, use Alter Creation for a metal energy. For the rest of the game, your Pokemon do an extra 30 damage. Your active do extra 30 damage, and if there was a water energy attached to it, when that active Pokemon kills an opponent's Pokemon, you take to an extra prize. But again, you never use that because you want to take advantage of Sky Legend off your birds. To go with it, 4 Victinis. Using 4 because you always want to see this in the opening hand. Victory Sign for 1 fire. You search your deck for 2 energies and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. This is and of course Flare for 20. You never use Flare. You always want to use Victory Sign. You always want to start off with Victini, and then you use Victini to power up Arceus. Then next turn, switch out Victini, go into Arceus, put an extra energy, and start having Arceus power up your bench birds. And then after that, your birds start swinging. And then 1 random Cryogonal. If you start off with a water energy and he's the only bench Pokemon you have, you can slow down the opponent for 10, and the opponent is prevented from playing items that turn. That's all the Pokemon you're using since there's no abilities in this deck. You're running 3 green explorations. You can only play this if you have no abilities in play. You search your deck for 2 trainer cards, reveal them, add them to your hand. This is basically the 1-2 card that you always want to have in your hand. Always want to see it. 4 Cynthia Caitlins. Self-explanatory. You drop a card. You draw 3, and also on top of that, you get to get a supporter card back to your hand, other than the card you dropped or itself. So you always want to get back your green explorations. Another card you also get back is the next card that I have, which is Mallow and Lana. You can switch your active with one of your bench, and then you may drop 2 other cards from your hand. If you do, you can heal a Pokemon for 120. So good, so busted. This is also one of the ways that's also one of the cards you use to heal up your dogs. Of course, one Channeler. I'm sorry that I'm saying it wrong, but this is only meant for like any Pokemon that is pretty much preventing you from swinging at them. Like, say they played an attack like Agility and they had heads, now you cannot attack them next turn. You pretty much wipe all that. For custom catchers, there's also another 1-2 card that you also search for if you want to go after those Pokemons that want to chill in the bench warming, and at the same time it helps you set up your easy KOs. For tech hauls, this is basically what helps you get your tag team cards, including your Pokemons, not just supporters. Really good. You always want to start off with any of these 2 when you pick them up. Double energy spinners. You always want to see one of these in your hand, especially with this. And if you go second, you can search for 3 energy. If you're going if this is your first turn but you go second, you get 3 energies instead of 1. So good. 2 choice helmets. There's always going to be times where you have to have one on your Arceus tag and one on your birds. So attached to it, your Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks from GXs. Sadly, it does nothing when it comes to weakness if it's not able to KO it. Double Pokegear 3.0. This is to help you search out for the top 7 for a supporter, and then you add to your hand. It's really good. Double reset stamp. If they end up KOing like one of your tags or one of your little basic Pokemons, just reset them and they're already good to go. Double switch. You gotta have the standard switch so you can switch out your Pokemons with no problem. And then last but not least, 4 power plants, because nothing affects you in this deck because none of your Pokemon have abilities. So this also slows down a lot of Pokemon that have a lot of decks that do rely on your GXs, on their GXs that have abilities. So, you always want to see this also in your hand as well. That's pretty much it for everything else. To round off the deck, for energies, you got your 4 fires, 4 lightning, your 4 waters, and your 4 metals. So, sorry about the glare on this side. It's a little dark. I'm choosing the light to make sure that it reflects off of here. But with that said and done, thank you guys for watching. Again, sorry about that. This is Migz of the DeckSmiths signing out. Once again, on behalf of the DeckSmiths, thank you so much, Maximilian Trayvon, for sending us the beautiful draw energy. This is Migz of the DeckSmiths signing out. Peace out, guys, and take care of yourselves.